Dr. Charles Sophy is a child psychiatrist and the medical director of LA Department of Children and Family Services. He also appears on the show Celebrity Rehab with Dr. Drew, who was on our show just a few weeks ago, and Sober House. We're happy to have him joining us on The Balancing Act this morning from the Pasadena Recovery Center in Pasadena, California. Good morning, Doctor.
Good morning, Christy, and thank you for having me on your show.
Oh, no, it's great to have you. Dr. Sophy, you have dedicated your entire life to the physical and mental well-being of children and families from all walks of life. Talk to us about this lifelong mission of yours.
That is a lifelong mission, let me tell you, to be able to give to families, give to children, to be able to keep families together is really something that I believe in from the bottom of my heart. It takes a lot of diligence and helping people usually at the most difficult and critical time of their life. So trying to keep them safe and permanent is my mission, and oftentimes the things that I have to do are so out of the box, but I still do them and I still stay committed because I think every family needs to be together and every child should grow up with a parent.
Absolutely. Now, you feel that parenting begins with the parent and not the child. Talk to us about that.
I do feel that parenting begins with you, the parent, and not the child, simply because if you're not a solid person within yourself and know who you are, what you like, what you don't like, what your strengths are, and what your needs are, there's no way you're ever going to be able to be there for your child in the way that you need to be. It's very similar for me to the way it is on an airplane when you're asked to put the oxygen mask on yourself versus your child first. It makes more sense, and if you're a caring, loving person, you'll want to take care of your child first. But the way to think about it is, in caring for your child first, it's caring for you first.
No doubt about that. Now, why do you often compare the mother-daughter relationship to being on a roller coaster?
I equate the mother-daughter relationship oftentimes to being on a roller coaster simply because if you've taken a roller coaster ride, you know the ups and downs and the twists and the turns and the unpredictability of it. And that is exactly what a mother-daughter relationship oftentimes is, and that's all within the expected realm. However, most people don't understand it, nor do they know how to deal with it.
Now, let me ask you this. What is the sweep technique, and why can it make you a better parent?
Sweep technique is something that I had come up with several years ago, which is an easy and quick way for most people to be able to look at their life, look at themselves, and be able to keep themselves in a balance that will then make them much more solid, proficient, and have better outcomes in their life. And I think when someone does the sweep technique for themselves, for their family, for their children, they will see that keeping that balance really gets them to where they need to be. Now, sweep stands for 5 simple key areas of your life: sleep, work, eating, emotional expression of yourself, and play. And looking at those 5 areas in depth, but very quickly, will allow you to see how your life is balanced or not, and to be able to get it to a place where it's much more comfortable and productive both for you and your family.
Very fascinating, and everything is a balance, no doubt. Now, you have a new book out called Side by Side. Talk to me about it.
It is a mother-daughter conflict resolution book written in a very fun and educational and memorable way. It helps moms and daughters be able to work through conflicts based on a simple technique that I put together called the chair strategy, which is 2 chairs that are basically side by side, but they start out back to back, where you're in a conflict with your daughter. And my job in the book, and as well as in treatment, is to bring you face to face to be able to talk about and dialogue about your conflicts, even if you agree to disagree, so that you end up side by side where you can go through life together. And looking at conflicts and resolving conflicts and issues that arise between a mother and a daughter with this simple tactic and technique will really get the resolution that you need so that these issues do not layer on top of each other and then take on a life of their own.
Considering that I have 2 daughters, I think I'm going to be able to use that technique, Doctor. Now, where can our viewers obtain more information about you, your book, or all the causes that you're involved in?
Your viewers are welcome to come to my own website, which is www.drsophy.com. Review it, look around. There's a place to ask me questions. I'm available to send you resources to answer your questions, help you navigate situations, and learn.
Love it. Thank you so much, Dr. Sophy. It's been great having you, and you've given me a lot of insight for maybe my 2 girls and myself for the future and having that close mother-daughter relationship. Really appreciate it.